Unit 2. Grammar Presentation. Modal verbs. Modal verbs are special verbs that express obligation, prohibition, ability, permission, possibility, and opinion. These verbs give extra information about the role of the infinitives in the sentence. In most cases, after the modal verb, we do not put to on the infinitive. It is not necessary to put a final s on modal verbs in the third person singular. Must and mustn't. We use must to express obligation or necessity. It is formal and non-negotiable. When a person uses must, he or she usually agrees with the obligation. Example: we must respect our client's wishes whenever it is possible. We use must not, or the contraction mustn't, to express prohibition. It is also formal and non-negotiable. Example: you mustn't make noise at night when the clients are sleeping. Have to. The modal verb have to expresses obligation or necessity. It is very similar to must, but it is more informal. We can also use need to. Example: we have to work on Christmas. When a person uses have to, they want to indicate that the condition is imposed. It is possible that the person does not agree with the obligation. Example: do we have to wash the dishes every day? Don't have to. Don't have to, or do not have to, is not similar to mustn't. We can also say don't need to. We use the phrases don't have to and don't need to indicate that the action is possible, but it is not necessary. Examples: you don't have to stay here tonight. She doesn't have to use a cane. Can and can't. Can and can't, general ability and inability. We use can and can't, or cannot, to talk about our abilities. Examples: I can speak French and Italian. My client cannot eat solid food. Can you play a musical instrument? Can and can't, permission. We use can in questions in order to ask for permission to do something. Examples: can you bring me a glass of water? Can I help you tie your shoes? Can and can't, prohibition. Can't expresses that a person does not have permission to do something. Examples: we can't bring pets into the retirement home. You can't take a nap now because later you will not sleep well. Should and shouldn't. We use should and should not, or shouldn't, to give advice or opinions. Example: you should do crossword puzzles and sudokus to keep your mind sharp. Should is not an obligation. We use should to say our opinion about what to do. Example: he shouldn't drink so much caffeine. It isn't healthy. An additional use of should is when you expect that something will occur, when there is a strong possibility. Example: if you wait for 10 seconds and push the button, the computer should turn on. Would like and wouldn't like. We use the verbs would like and wouldn't like to indicate preference. It is a polite way to say what we want. Examples: I would like to visit Portugal. They wouldn't like Alaska because it's so cold. In spoken English, we usually abbreviate the form to I'd like. Example: she'd like to have a dog. We can also use it as a question to ask other people what they want. After the verb would like, we can use a noun or the infinitive with to of a verb. Example: would you like more juice, Tom?